This is Karine Martin. Today we're going to talk about belly button therapy for constipation. So it definitely is a physical issue, and you may have been diagnosed through your primary care physician. It can be either IBS, loose, or constipation. And it doesn't matter, we can use both of these energies and information as we're clearing. So my client has her finger in her umbilicus. You can either put it inside the shirt or above, it doesn't make any difference. We're going to set our intention that any energies, thoughts, feelings, and emotions that have a difficult time processing through our abdominal area, you can, at a different time, take your hand and go 100 times around the umbilicus to shift the energy, to request movement, to ask that all thoughts, feelings, and emotions that tend to get stuck be released and cleared. Through this video, I definitely would love you to hold your finger in the belly button. If you're not comfortable doing that, then I'd like you to take both your hands, cross them from your heart to the lung area, and as you take your breath deep into the lower dantian or below the umbilicus, and you hold, and then you release after 5 seconds, and it's just a really long, slow release. You can do this as often as you want. When I bring up questions or words and it triggers something, it doesn't have to be a painful memory being triggered, but what we want to do is just shift the energy. So through our breath, holding, and then releasing really slow and long, that's how we're going to set our intention for healing. So I'm going to be using a dowsing tool, and my dowsing tool is going to let me know if it's cleared 100%. Yes, it will be cleared for this client and anyone who chooses to watch this video. Take the healing, be open to receiving healing. Everything we express may not relate to you, but more than likely you're at this video for a purpose. So constipation can be a yin vacuity, like a kidney and liver yin vacuity, meaning there's not enough fluids running through the body to get to the abdominal area for defecation. So you want to remember, when you have constipation, we want to stay away from foods in traditional Chinese medicine that have been baked. So chips, breads, those are already dry. You would really want to eat something, maybe dark leafy greens that help nourish blood, create more moisture. Pears are really good. Soups, broths are really good, because what we're trying to do is move this liver qi stagnation. The liver is responsible for the free flow of qi, whether it's breathing in, breathing out, whether it's helping with digestion, bowel movement. So it's just a liver qi vacuity. And you can look up TCM, foods that nourish the body for constipation. Just look up TCM constipation foods, and you'll have a whole list of foods that would be good for you to take in. Now, if you have IBS and you have diarrhea, then you just look up TCM diarrhea, because with IBS you can tend to go one way or the other. It oscillates. So on an energetic level, it will also oscillate when we get stuck in thoughts, when we get stuck in patterns, when we get stuck in behaviors. And a lot of people may say, well, I don't. Well, it's okay. Let's try not to take anything personal that we talk about. Let's give ourselves an opportunity to heal, to release, and let go. Sometimes it's bigger than we understand. Sometimes the energy is genetically inherited from our ancestors, our mother's side, our father's side, and it could be lifetime after lifetime of struggles, disharmonies, and heartaches. So those are the things we're going to be open to shifting, to releasing, and letting go. As we talk, what I want you to consider is what your current age is. What are the challenges that you're going through? If you could actually put a word to it, and then go back and think about childhood. You know, we're going to cover a few today, but I'm going to give an example. Maybe no one ever listened to you. Maybe you feel nobody ever hears what you have to say, which in turn creates a lower self-esteem, and then maybe anxiety kicks in because you speak up. Maybe you're too aggressive, maybe you're under aggressive, And you just keep recreating these energies that keep you off balance. That's all we're going to do today for constipation. So let's go ahead and take a nice breath in. You'll hold it way down in your lower dantian, and then you'll release. Let's set the intention with our high self committee members of the highest vibration of universal knowledge, information, healing. Let's ask our spiritual committees, our healing committees, to be with us of the highest vibration. So as we take our breath in, they can create their magic and download their wisdom to our body, whether we're aware of it or not. Let's ask that any fear, because fear is a big thing, and sometimes we don't even realize how much fear we hold on to, or how things can trigger us. So let's take a breath in, and let's ask that anything we got genetically encoded from our mother and father, their mothers and fathers, and possibly we learned growing up, maybe it was in our jobs, maybe it was with friendship, and go ahead and release and let go of all fear. I'm going to ask that this body, from the top of the body to the bottom of the body, from the yin to the yang, go in and release any and all belief systems, cellular memory, programming that creates stagnation and disharmony. Go ahead and take a nice breath in, and then you're going to want to hold. And as you let go, let's let go of all fear, all worry, all stress. Let's go in and address any kind of stress that we may have inherited through watching other people, maybe their behaviors, maybe their actions, maybe it created a deep-rooted fear within us. We really want to get to the root of fear. So as you're laying there, if something you remember from childhood created a fear in you, maybe someone raised their voice at you, maybe someone disciplined you, maybe someone critiqued you and criticized you, and then you realize now in life you're doing the same thing to yourself. Let's go ahead and breathe in a lot of love, a lot of compassion, a lot of forgiveness, and let's hold it in this lower dantian. And as we exhale out, let's give permission and forgiveness, not only to ourselves, but to the soul that brought confusion to us, misunderstandings, maybe personal criticisms. Take another breath in. Let's let go of any of those vibrations that keep us stuck and trapped. Then I'm going to ask our abdominal area to start moving the energy, clearing any and all blockages to being in the flow, moving the liver yin, the kidney yin. Give permission to any ideas, feelings, and emotions that got trapped and stuck to be acknowledged and released. Take a nice breath in, and then we're going to go ahead and let it all go. I would suggest when you're at home and not watching the video, I would suggest you go back to childhood, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Every difficulty that you had with a person, I think you should go in, you should breathe in and acknowledge it, hold the energy, and then let go of all the forgiveness, all the trapped emotions, and then put your hands on your heart and lungs and really feel those emotions that got stuck, and breathe deep in and release until you feel that stagnant energy has moved and you have shifted the way you think or the way you felt. A lot of us were struggling just to be loved, to be valued, to be appreciated. And one of the biggest things we do that's incorrect is we're looking for someone else to give that to us. But unfortunately, nobody can, because they've got the same things going on. So let's, at this time, take a breath in and clear any and all blocks to supporting ourselves, loving ourselves, valuing ourselves, and go ahead and let go. Let's ask those memories, those blocks, to let go and release. Give yourself, take another breath in and hold permission to realize you're very valuable, you're very important, and you're very lovable. Let's give our body permission to realize that we have everything we need within. We don't really need to go anywhere to find the things that we believe we're missing. But we do have to acknowledge occasionally when things get stuck, when emotions get stuck, or we get anxiety or fear. You have to really address and break down, what are you feeling? And whatever you're feeling, when you take that nice breath in and hold and you release, just name that feeling. Maybe you feel, maybe there's some jealousy in there. Maybe you learned that from someone in your family. So take a breath in and we'll hold. It may not be this lifetime. It might be other lifetimes. That might be other programs running. Go ahead and release. Fear is our kidney energy, and that's our kidney yin we need for constipation. So let's ask our guides, our high self committee, our spiritual committee, every day at this particular time, that they raise the vibration of your kidney yin and your liver yin, and that they create free flow from the top to the bottom, to the front, to the back. Take another breath in, and when you let go, things that no longer serve for your highest good, we're going to release them. You don't always have to name things that are going wrong, but on a soul level, when you know and you address something that's causing you a disharmony or bothering you, simply taking that breath in, holding, and blowing out really will fix a lot of things. So what I would say, anytime you feel you have challenges, maybe you have some conflict going within, either sit down or lay down and breathe. And if it's with a person, just breathe in love, hold, and exhale forgiveness. Do this until you feel this balance within your body, because this deep breathing, holding, and letting go really helps adjust the fight and flight, and it also adjusts the liver and gallbladder energy, which is all about the free flow. It's about letting go of frustrations, irritations, agitations that build up day after day after day. And because most of us want to be really nice and kind, and we've been told you have to be nice, you have to be kind, don't hurt people, put their feelings first. I say, first and foremost, that's not true. Everybody's important, but most of all, you're just as important as the next person. So let's take a breath and remind our body and our soul that we're just as important as the next person. The way we feel, the way we think, the way we behave, we are just even with everybody, and it's our goal to shift our beliefs, our patterns,